Hello, musicians out there. I am Wendy Keelan of the Prosperous Artist Revolution. The revolution was launched in July 2013. Its mission is to help 10,000 musicians become truly sustainably prosperous making music by July 4th, 2018. 5 years. Almost a whole year's gone by already, so 4 years to go and a little bit. That's the mission. It's a crazy, insane mission. The pathway from here to there is not clear. That's why we need a mission, right? So that's why I'm doing that. And so as part of that, that's been, at some level, even before the revolution was launched, that's been my mission for, 14 years now? I've been helping musicians to make a prosperous living from their music in some way or other for almost a decade and a half now. And along the road to that, 4 years ago, 2010, I developed a system, the Prosperous Artist Freedom Formula program. It's a program. It's now a downloadable video program. I've led 3 live groups through it in 2010, 11, and 12. And since then, I've been leading it, offering it for sale as a downloadable video program with, when you purchase it, usually comes with some coaching sessions, group implementation support sessions, come with that usually as part of the deal. And so I've been leading groups of people through that for 4 years now. It works. The system absolutely works for anybody who fully implements it from beginning to end. It absolutely works to build you a sustainable business that helps you to prosper from making music and sharing it with an audience who loves who loves what you do. So, so I developed this system. And then, 2013, Labor Day weekend, just over 9 months ago, this happened. So the ukulele bug bit me. And so now I'm a musician too. I mean, I kind of was before for fun, this and that. It's still fun. It's still just fun. I've been playing 9 months. I'm not that good yet. And it's become a driving passion at a level that it never was for me before. It was always fun. It was always something I was engaged in. It's the reason why I ended up working with musicians, because I love music. I hang out with musicians. That's always kind of been the case. But now it's really grabbed me at a level that it never had before. And so I get it now. I get what it's like for you guys who just want to make your music and you just want to make a living doing that and you don't want to have to do anything else. I totally get that now here, at a level that I have never experienced it personally till now. Now I'm experiencing it. And so it occurred to me, since I have this system that works for helping musicians to make a prosperous living from their music, and now music is all I want to do too, just like you. If I'm talking to you, I think that's you. If it's not you, maybe you want to go watch some other video. But if it's you, it's me too now. And so it occurred to me, since I have this system and it works and I believe in it, it's time for me to implement my own system. Now, I've only been playing 9 months. I'm not that good yet. I am not probably at the level that you are if you're watching this video and it's something that you really want to do with your life. I'm not at that level yet. There's no way in hell, excuse my language, that I could possibly make a living, the way most of you are trying to do it, like going out and getting gigs and all this stuff. I'm nowhere near good enough to do that yet. And I've been saying for years, this system works no matter what level you're at. Some of you are going to go crazy that I'm saying this, but the system works because it's about connecting you and your heart and what matters to you. And look, I'm going to get better as I go through this too. I'll get better. I'm going to grow into the system. But regardless, the system can work. I think there's a way to make it work no matter where you're at in your business. Do you have how much of an audience you've built so far, whether you've got a big audience already or you've got a tiny audience or you've got no audience at all, you're just starting out. Doesn't matter where you are in the business, it works. Doesn't matter, to some extent doesn't matter where you are in your level of craft. That's the part that's going to make some of you go crazy. My shtick is, if you can't be good, be funny. That seems to be working pretty well for me. I just did a performance at the Ukulele World Congress last weekend in front of I don't know how many hundreds of people, and I got a huge ovation and lots of people coming up to me telling me how great it was. So, musically I'm not that adept yet, And I did that. So, you know, there's ways to do it no matter where you're at. I'm getting moved just thinking about it. And you grow, you know, if you don't have the chops, you'll grow them, right? Like my system isn't focused on that. If you know, if you're not at the level that you want to be, think you should be, I hate that word, should, let's not go there. But if you're not at the level that you want to be and the level that you think would attract the audience you want, like there are things to do to get there. So do that stuff. I'm not going to work with anybody on that stuff, including me. I'm just going to play and trust that it's going to happen through that. So craft is a thing. It's, you know, deal with that. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help you grow a business, to make money, performing for people who love what you do, performing, writing, whatever your thing is, right? Providing your music, creating it, developing it, and sharing it with people that you love, who love what you do, and making enough money from it that you can live on that comfortably, that you can grow it, build it, sustain it, that you don't have to struggle, do other things, work a self-defining day job, debt, rely on a spouse, rely on family, live deprivationally. These are the usual strategies, right, that musicians use to get by, because for most of us the music isn't doing it, so we have to do something else, right? This system is to help you get out of that trap so you don't have to rely on any of that other stuff, okay? So you really can have the music itself pay for a great living for you. That's what the system does. So I am going to implement this system now for myself. I'm going to document it. This is the first video. I'm going to document it in video and share it publicly. I have no idea what's going to happen with that. No idea. But I'm starting today. This is my first video documenting the process, and I'm going to work my way through the steps of the process. Now, if you're interested in coming along with me, I'd love to have you, right? The more the merrier, and the more successful we'll be. Like the more, that's why I'm documenting this, right? The more public it is, the more I'm out there promising these things and doing these things in front of people and getting feedback and getting support and getting people cheering me on and all that stuff, right? The more successful I'm likely to be, and the more likely I am to complete it, right? It's not an easy process, this process. It works. It takes some time and effort over time. I am not that good at that stuff, time and effort over time. You may not be either. A lot of musicians are not. That's not our forte, right? Some of you are great at that. Some of you are not. I suck at it. I'm horrible at it. So I need support. That's why I'm documenting this. I'm getting teary-eyed again. That's why I'm documenting this, because I need your help. Now, I did also yesterday. So 2 days ago, I was talking to my coach. I said, I'm going to do this system. My coach was like, yes, you must do this. You must start now. Yeah, I know I need to do this. And my coach said, for you to be successful, you need a team, right? You need some support. And I thought, how the heck am I going to get that? And then yesterday morning, my coach said this to me. And yesterday afternoon, I had I have a mastermind that I set up with a group of other coaches where we support each other in our businesses. I've been using it so far, I've done nothing with it really in months. But I meet with them every week. So I got on that call and suddenly it struck me I have a support system right here. So I offered to my team of coaches that if they were interested, they too could work through my program with me. Well, I thought, anyway, they loved it. They're thrilled. So there's at the moment 6 of us, I think, will be starting this journey together this week, today. Today. We are starting this journey together. So I have a team that's working this with me. Now they're coaches, they're not musicians. This is a system that's designed for musicians. It is, however, based on basic marketing principles and internet marketing principles that I studied and learned and spent tens of thousands of dollars studying, right, with many, many of the top gurus in internet marketing and coaching, not in music, because hardly anybody's doing this kind of thing in music. But since my tribe, my niche that I've been working with for a decade and a half has been musicians, the whole time I was learning it, I was thinking, how can I take, it seems like the same system should work for musicians, it's just nobody's applied it to that yet. So that's the origin of the Prosperous Artist Freedom Formula system that I created. Did I say that was the name of it? I don't even think I said that. I've been talking 10 minutes, I haven't said the name of the system. The Prosperous Artist Freedom Formula system is the system I created, and that's where it came from. It came from me studying this stuff for my business, implementing these things, finding that they worked, observing other people, applying them to many different kinds of businesses and seeing that they really work for any kind of business. And I thought, somebody needs to adapt this for musicians. If no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I created this system. Huge undertaking developing this system. I cannot even begin to tell you the cost and the amount of time it's taken and all the things that went into it. But it works, absolutely works. And so I developed the system based on these things that are being taught to people for other kinds of businesses. So I adapted it for how to make it work as a musician. So, so now I'm taking a group of coaches through it. At some level, the original system was better adapted to coaches than musicians anyway, so I think we'll have an easy time, helping. We'll have an easy time as a team, having them implement it. They're not going to be doing what I'm doing, which, by the way, what I'm doing is I'm looking for a way to integrate this, because this is the thing that I love. I cannot stop doing, right? So it takes up all my time and attention. That's all I ever want to do. So how do I integrate this with that, right? With getting out there and with my business. How do I integrate the music with my business is the question. And my business is helping you make a prosperous living from your music, so it seems like somehow this should be a natural fit for my business personally, right? I don't know exactly how that's going to work yet, but somehow it's going to work. I don't know. I'm going to implement the system. I'm going to find out. That's how it works. And I've seen it work for lots of other people as they go through the system, and surprising things turn up. So I suspect that's what's in store for me too. We'll see. So that's what I'm up to. Integrating my music with my business, which is about music. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm also taking this group of, so far, 5 other coaches I have who are working with me to implement, and they're non-musical businesses. They are non-musicians with non-musical businesses, so I'm going to help them adapt my system for how to make the music business work to their businesses. Anyway, if you are a musician, you may want to join us too. That's cool. There's ways to do that. I do charge something for that, but it's really, I try to make it super duper affordable for you, and I'm going to do a special deal now because I want as many people as possible, especially musicians, right, to go through this process with me. So if you're interested at all, get in contact with me. I'm going to offer you like the best deal ever to participate in it if you do it now, because I want lots of people to join me for this. And I'm just starting, so eventually there'll be like an actual link and a formal place to sign up and all that. But I'm just making this video today. Nothing is set up yet other than the program itself exists. It's there. I can sell it to you if you want it. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to integrate my music with my business. If you want to find a way that you can make a super duper prosperous, sustainable, sorry, that was a goofy way to say it. But if you want to find a way to make a sustainable, prosperous living from your music, and you're interested in finding out more about the system, just get in touch with me. I'll tell you all about it, and you can join us if you want to. And or if you want to just follow along, some of you are just going to want to watch the video and see how it goes and see what you can learn for free by watching. That's fine. Do that if you want to do that. I have no idea how much of the actual system will be revealed by you watching me go through my process on video. I don't know. I'm going to try to have it be, it won't be everything you'd get, obviously, if you came in the system and you got the actual live coaching that comes with it yourself, and, you actually watch my videos and you're not going to see all that. You're not going to get that level of detail, but you'll be able to surmise some things by watching my process. You'll certainly see how the basics of the process are laid out and the basic steps I go through. So maybe you could do it for free by watching me. In my experience, people who try to do stuff like that tend to fail. You want to get a support system around you. You want to get, the full system because it works, it's easier, it's not expensive. So talk to me. Don't try to do it on your own. You can if you want to. I don't care. Try it. Do whatever you want. If you try to do it on your own, at least interact, right? But leave comments on my video. Tell me how it's going. Create a support system for yourself somehow, right? Do something. It's way harder that way, though. In my experience, I've seen lots of people try to do stuff like that. I've tried to do stuff like that myself. Not the greatest self-discipline in the world. So I have pretty much never long-term succeeded doing stuff like that. That's why I just created a support structure for myself. I'm hoping some of you will join us too, because that'll make it even, I feel like the structure I have is going to work, but of course, if actual musicians join us, it's going to be even better. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. This is my introductory video. I will be documenting it more. Hopefully I'll learn to be more succinct. I talk a lot. You know, some people love me and my personality, some people don't. If you don't, that's okay. You'll find somebody who can help you. Or you'll figure it out. Or you won't, whatever. But if you enjoy me rambling at length and, you know, being this way, come along for the ride. It's going to be super duper fun. Come along however you come along, whether you're just watching or you want to participate with us formally or whatever. But I'm doing this. I'm starting the system. So, okay. So, the first thing I need to do now is end this video, and then I'm going to go and actually I'm going to create a tracking sheet first, because here's another thing. A lot of people have asked me, how much work does this take? How much time per week does it take to implement it? The answer is, I really don't know. I mean, I developed this system from stuff I implemented in my own business over a long period of time. I never tracked it. I have no idea. And I didn't do it step by step the way it's now laid out in the system. I did it, you know, learned different things from different places and implemented them over a long period of time. And then one day I said, I'm going to create a system. Now it's all laid out step by step. That's not how it was when I did it, right? Before. This time, it's all laid out step by step. I'm going to watch my own videos. It's been 2 years since I created the last set. I'm going to watch them because I'm going to learn stuff, I promise you, by watching the videos I created 2 years ago. And I'll most likely will be also tweaking the system itself along the way as I go. Oh, you've been wondering when I was going to play that. There you go. So I'll probably be tweaking, I'm sure I will be updating and tweaking the system as I go, as I discover the bits that I neglected to fully implement, and as I discover the bits that need updating today, because there are definitely some things I already know about that need updating, that technology changes and step changes. So there's things I already know need updating. I'm sure I'm going to discover more as I go, so I'll be working on that too. But all of that stuff, the documenting, the tweaking of the system, the tweaking and updating of the system itself, the working with my support partners, all that stuff, I'm tracking all the time of those categories of things. And the actual, and the study, like the watching the videos and stuff, I'll be tracking that too. And then the actual implementation time, I am going to devote, I'm committing to now, 2 hours per work day, so that's 10 hours a week, 2 hours a day, actually implementing. So aside from whatever time it takes to do those other 4 activities, I'm going to be devoting 2 full hours a day to the actual implementing of the system. So, which is followed. The system is laid out in 8 sessions. There's a video for each one, about 90 minutes long each video of the 8 videos. So I'll watch the 90-minute video. That's study time. That's not implementation time. Then there's an actions document for each session, which is basically like the homework, right? Like how to implement what you learned in the session. So 2 hours per day working on that until a given section is done, and then when it's done I'll move on to the next section. Now when I've led this program in the past, it's been over 4 months each time. I'd love to see if it can be done. I think it can be done faster than that. I find a lot of people take longer than that. That's crazy. I think it can be done faster than that. So we'll see. I have no idea, honestly, what will happen when I try to do that. That's why I'm going to document the time I spend on each of those categories of activities. So I'll be able to tell you when you ask me, how long does it take? What's the time commitment? I'll be able to say, here's what it took me. You could probably do it twice as fast as me, because I'm like the world's least efficient person at doing this kind of stuff. So if I could do it in X amount of time, you could probably do it in a lot less. Most people are way better at that stuff than I am. And I'm going to also try to get my team of coaches to also document the time they're spending, so we can get a sense of what it takes other people as well, not just me. There's sort of 2 things, right? Like, I'm less efficient than most people, I'm pretty sure. So I think most people will be able to do it faster, but on the other hand, I'm more familiar with the system than anybody else. So in some ways, I should be able to do some things faster. So I'm not the best sample, is what I'm saying. I think it'll be really helpful to see what it takes other people and have other people document. So I'm creating a time tracking sheet. I think that'll probably become part of the system, because I think it's useful for everybody to do that as you're going through the system. Never occurred to me to do that till now. It's great, working through the system and working with other people. Like, new ideas come up that I hadn't thought of that make the system even better. This is one. So I think, if you want to track your time as you work through the system, if you decide to do that, that'll be available to you too as part of the system. So hopefully that'll be a really helpful thing for us to be able to tell, like, how long does this actually take? It's doable though, I promise. It's not like a huge time commitment. You can do it. And if you are someone who wants to make money from your music, you're probably already doing certain things to make that happen. And I promise you, what you're currently doing, 95% of it is probably a lot less effective than you want it to be in terms of time put in versus money that comes out. And this, I promise you, this will be time much better invested in terms of generating a greater amount of income for the amount of time you put in. So it's time that's worth it. It's time you're probably spending anyway if you have any level of seriousness about this, or at least you're thinking you should be and you want to be or something and you're not yet. So for me, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's what I'm committing. And so I better get cracking. I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to go on the web page where my program lives, just like my clients do. I'm going to go download the materials first. That's the first thing to do. I already have them, but I'm going to download them anyway. I'm going to do everything exactly as if I were you, as if I were one of my own clients or students working through this program. So I'm going to go download all the videos first for session 1, and then I'm going to watch the session 1 video, and then 2 hours today. So I'm going to watch a 90-minute video, or at least part of it, and then I'm going to start implementing the actions for today, 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow, and then it's the weekend. I'll come back Monday. So that's the plan. Let me know if you want to join me. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be the best thing. I know, I'm so excited I'm doing this finally. I've been talking about this for a very long time. I'm finally doing it. I know this is going to be the best thing I have ever done for my business, to work through this system. It can be that for you too. If you're interested, let me know. If not, follow along. If you think I'm full of shit, you've probably turned off the video long before now. I apologize for the language. I don't mean to be doing that on video. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wendy Keelan, Prosperous Artist Revolution, Prosperous Artist Freedom Formula System, Video 1. Come play with us and be one of the 10,000 musicians who will be fully sustainably prosperous by July 4th, 2018. If you start now, you're going to be there way faster than that, okay? It's not going to take you 4 years to get there. It's going to take us 4 more years to get 10,000 people there, right? Because going to build some momentum over time. But you can get there in a few months if you do this. All right. Session 1, I'm going now. Thanks for watching. See you around. See you there.